if you watched my YouTube video, the preview for the WizKids miniseries Wild Beyond the Witchlight, where I went through the minis that I received from a brick, as well as showing you the swamp gas balloon, then you listened, and at the end I said I would show you more. So here's more. What do we have here? So this is the Wild Beyond the Witchlight set. This is the Witchlight Carnival. Now it's empty because I have all the minis right here. And let's take a look. Now, this was like the one mini I especially wanted. I just love this character. What a fabulous NPC he could be. This is Mr. Witch, as you can see. Now, like I always say, and I'll continue to say, I love those clear bases. Look at how you can see right through. But I just love the character. He's got rings on. He's looking at a watch. He's got his hat and cane. This could be a great mini for a lot of adventures, not just as a carnival master, but maybe an inquisitive in Sharn if you're playing Eberron. Maybe he could be an NPC, a mark, that rogue's face. Let's go right to this one because I love it, right? You have this awesome mermaid, and just look at the detail. Look at her expression. She's like a water dancer. And then this is her fish tank. Now, you can see this is represents the top of the water, but you can pop this off and put her on, and then put the top on. Look how cool that is. Now you have an amazing piece of set dressing as well. And you could put other minis in there, and this doesn't have to be just a fish tank. It could be some sort of magical prison. So it doesn't have to be water. So that is just an amazing piece. Let's look at this thing. This Fae-like creature. What do we have? This is... I'm not even going to pronounce that. I'll let you pronounce it. But especially if you are running some sort of monstrous menagerie or a circus, a carnival, an enchanted zoo, or adventures in the Feywild, this is just a great mini. Look, it's got a little keg under there, perhaps filled with elvish wine. Check out this bugbear. Could be the strong man at the circus. Could be an eccentric bugbear. If you play Eberron, I'm bringing up Eberron again just because you can, sometimes you can play monstrous races like a bugbear. But check him out. He's got a beard. He's unlike any bugbear I've ever seen. And we have a Kenku wielding magic. With these wings. I mean, if you're in the Feywild, they could be real wings, or maybe they're part of the costume, and then they have fly cast upon them. When I say them, you can see there's others back there with these wings. So let's take a look here. All right, let's take a look at this one. This one is just hilarious, and it's called Thaco. Thaco the Clown, and it's kind of a playful jab at the to hit AC 0 system from first and second edition. And I have to tell you, I'm a big fan of Thaco. I love it. I know. But I'm old school like that. And look, he's got a pipe, and he's blowing bubbles out of that pipe. Can you see? That's pretty cool. That's a great mini. Here's Mr. Light, the co-owner of the carnival. And these are really, really fantastic minis. Whether you create your own carnival map or terrain, or use what's in, Pathfinder has a carnival map, which is really great. I may have to get it now so that I can use with these minis. Here's another performer. Looks like this performer is carrying flowers, a basket of flowers, and has one, in the hand there. Candlefoot. And then look at this interesting one. It's like a miniature ent and has squirrels aboding in its head. And of course, the traditional wings of this particular carnival. This is North Wind in red. Oh, not squirrels. Now I can see it more clearly. Look, it's one squirrel and its tail. At a quick glance, it looked like two squirrels back to back. But what a cool mini to add to your collection. All these are. I mean, whether you're playing the Wild Beyond the Witchlight or you are using these for a circus or carnival in your own game, or just individually as street performers, characters, NPCs to help flesh out your world, plenty to be inspired by. So I'm going to push these over here, and then I'm going to introduce this set. And this is the Wild Beyond the Witchlight Valor's Call starter set. And these are based on old characters in Dungeons & Dragons lore. And they are fantastic. Look at this. Look at this knight. This is Strongheart. That's a rather on-the-nose name, but it's a terrific mini, whether you're playing maybe a fighter or more appropriately a paladin. That's a great mini. This dwarf, full of character. I love it. Sword with a shield and with these horns on his helmet. Maybe one detaches and becomes his drinking horn. That'd be pretty cool. An axe strapped to his back with his backpack and bedroll. I love this mini. This is really fantastic. I'm a huge fan of dwarves, in case you didn't know. So I love having more dwarf options. This is supposed to be a cleric, I think. But he reminds me a bit of the Archmage on Jeff Easley's player handbook. But again, what a great... Maybe you like playing older characters. Or maybe this is a great NPC. Or if you're playing a bad campaign, this could be, your bad guy. Do you like my air quotes? Then we have this figure here. Come on, focus. All right. This definitely could be a cleric. Probably is a cleric. Mercian. Is that a shield on the back? And flowing red hair, and just a really good player character mini. I love having options for the characters I play and for my players to have. And I saved maybe my favorite one for last. I love a good rogue mini. And this is a really good rogue mini. I apologize, it's dark. The mini is actually dark, so let me open the aperture. You can see, got a sword in one hand, holding a dagger in the other, a confident expression, dressed completely like a scoundrel. I think she is an outstanding rogue. I love it. All right, now, so you've seen the Valor's Call, so now we know there is an opposite, an opposing force, the League of Malevolence, right? This is all part of the Wild Beyond the Witchlight. So let's take a look. Let's start with this guy since he's right there. Some sort of wicked sorcerer. You know, because of that snake-like staff and the horns. But I mean, this could easily be a wizard who is good or neutral, or maybe a cleric or an evil druid. Speaking of evil, man, this guy's kind of got like a staff. Oh, it looks like a battle axe, but really that's like a draconic creature represented on top of his staff, wielding a handful of flame. Love that he's got his dagger. You know, back in 1st and 2nd edition, and even 3rd, right? When you ran out of spells, it was down to knife work and staff work. This guy is a great NPC villain, I think. Then we've got, look at this. It reminds me a little bit of the dwarf in Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. Zarek. Look at this. This guy could be a high-level Thieves Guild member or assassin coming for your player characters. Pretty cool. We've got this spellcaster. Love the magical spell effect you can see. Look at the detail on the pouch with chains. You've got a skull helmet. Lots of detail. And this kind of just playing with magic, perhaps to taunt your heroes before the end arrives. Hopefully, the end of the bad guys, but you never know. I've saved the best for last. Now, I have the original D&D mini War Duke that I think was from the War Drums series. I'm not sure. Either War Drums or War of the Dragon Queen. I like this one a lot. Man, I'd be hard-pressed, though, to not say which one I like better, because the original has like a very fierce pose, but like the level of detail on this, let me take it up here. Let me take it up a notch. The level of detail on this, look at that shield. And look at, can you see the sinister eyes peering out through the visor? Lots of detail, really nice paint job, and a clear base. The clear base pushes it over the edge. That's what gives it the win. I love the clear base. So you've got lots of stuff. If you're playing the Wild Beyond the Witchlight campaign, there are plenty of great miniatures, but they also don't have to be used for that campaign. You can use them for lots of other purposes. So I hope you enjoyed checking this stuff out. Pretty soon, I'll show you the upcoming denizens of Barovia and denizens of Castle Ravenloft. But for now, I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, like, share, subscribe. Follow me on Instagram for some extra XP. And remember, that's InkdMage, the Dungeon Master your mother warned you about.